Hi. Hello, Bettina. How are you?
I'm great, thanks, Florence. How are you?
Very good. I want to introduce Bettina. She's working also in Wyndham, and she's one of the special guests. She's been in a magazine. You can purchase the magazine and find out Bettina's story. At the moment, also, she's working with Wyndham Learning
The Wyndham Learning Festival.
So you can also contact her and you can be part of special festival here in Wyndham. So don't miss out. Special guests, find out about Bettina. Hello. So tell me a little bit about Sister Global and what you're doing in our Wyndham community.
Well, thank you, Florence, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm the ambassador for Westside for Global Sisters, and Global Sisters is a national organisation that helps support women in business. So we have a number of programs. There's 4 entryways into Global Sisters, and right from if you've got just an idea, an inkling of a thought that you might have that will stimulate an income for you and your family. There's a 2-hour course that you can do online in your own time called My Big Idea. And then we have our 10-week sister school program, which is online, and it's a great way to meet other women who are like-minded women who are also in business. And it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you've been in business for a little while. It's the fundamentals of business. So it's an opportunity to get and double down on some of those things that, perhaps you don't enjoy doing or you want to know more about, like marketing and finance and those other elements. And then we have a marketplace. So anyone who's a maker or a service provider or an experience provider can list their products and services on the marketplace, Global Sisters Marketplace. And we have a membership program as well. So that means that you can come to their business meetups, and I hold my business meetups once a month at Tarneet Community Centre. I must say we're really well supported by the Wyndham City Council. They're very, very supportive. We've got access to Tarneet, which is a lovely facility. And we do business meetups once a month, and all women are invited to come along to that. On the 12th of May, which is next Wednesday, we're doing a 90-day planning session. So that's really get down to rolling up the sleeves and thinking about what's on the plan for the next 90 days.
Wow.
And this is all free for women at all times. So it's open to all women. First of all, the focus was on single parent and women over 50, because those cohorts do face a lot of barriers. And I must say I've been in both of those cohorts and in between. But we now, Global Sisters realises that every woman needs, help, especially with business. It's not an easy ride. There's a lot to learn, a lot to do. And the collaboration with other sisters is absolutely gold, because if you've got an idea or a thought or are not so sure, you can ask the other sisters and they will just hold you up and push you forward, and it's really fantastic. There's over 1,000 people on the Facebook group, and they're all there supporting one another, and it's great.
Wow. So be part of Global Sister. You're going to find out other women, what they are doing, and it's very important. This world, when you have been supported by other women, is very important. Your voice is important. Let's share. Don't be shy. Do it.
I agree with you, and I think it's really heartwarming that Luz is here, and she's started Sister Works. And for the migrant women, I really resonate with what you're saying there, because I see some of the migrant women in our sister school classes, and you can see that it's really hard to translate some of the formal teachings that we do, and that becomes a barrier. So it's really great that we get more women involved from different cultures that can assist to translate the information. Because, and sometimes it's great to learn from women who have lived in different cultures, where we kind of make it too hard sometimes. You've got to have a Facebook page, you've got to have Instagram, you've got to be, it's hard. That stuff is really hard if you're not digitally illiterate. And when we were during COVID, there were people generating businesses from a really simple and easy way to get produce and services to the community. And I think we need to go back to grassroots sometimes and just have a look to make, to learn from each other how to do things easier.
Yes, I agree. I agree. So this is an opportunity. Everyone for Wyndham, come forward, look Florence, purchase your book, found amazing stories in the book. And I will invite you for the next interview to be part. Don't miss out. Soon as you see in Facebook, click, like, be part, and come forward. We're going to share our voice. Do you have anything special you want to say about Learning Festival or something?
Yes, well, the Learning Festival, I've just taken up the role of coordinator for the Wyndham Learning Festival. It's in its 6th year now, and it's really exciting. It's been identified as one of the largest learning festivals in Australia, and this year is going to be a little bit different. Last year, everyone was sent online, and now we're trying to come back out into the world, and it's called Re-engage, Connect and Thrive. So we want to celebrate lifelong learning, inclusivity and diversity, and it's across 8 different categories, so that all the different categories of learning and interests within the Wyndham City community is acknowledged. And if anyone has a learning event that they would like to present during 1 to 5 of September, the expressions of interest are open at the moment, and they close it on the 9th of July. So it'd be wonderful to see people putting in an expression of interest, because we need, we want the community to ask for things as well, so that we're making sure that we're giving what the community needs. But there is some beautiful initiatives in this community, isn't there? I went to an event last night at Made on Watton, which is a community-based makers market. It's really beautiful, and it's an initiative of the Wyndham City Council. And the Wyndham City Council do some amazing things for this community. And that was a celebration of women and a couple of guys, but mostly women who have grown their businesses out of COVID. That when they were in lockdown, they for whatever reason, they lost their jobs. A lot of the women were in service-based organisations who are the most hardest hit. And so they looked, at what can I do to generate an income? So a lot of women have borne their businesses out during that COVID period. So, and I think they're great stories, wonderful stories to listen, to be heard.
We'll put it in a magazine, so people in Wyndham need to discover our amazing woman in Wyndham. So I don't know how many minutes we still have to go. If you have anything to say, feel free to say.
Well, I think, sorry? About me?
Yes, Luz is asking a question. We have audience, so we can ask any question. Yes. Luz, what's your question?
Tell us a little bit about Bettina, about you.
A little bit about me. Well, that's a big story. I don't know where to start. I have worked in education and project management and community development and all sorts. And I've got a couple of online businesses, and I'm very passionate about women being financially sustained. What's that saying? A husband is not a retirement plan.
Yes.
I've been a single mum, been out in the streets on my ass, and I'm in my 60s now, and I'm still, kind of kicking along, making sure that, we're supporting women.
Exactly.
It's so important.
Yeah, you're a strong woman. Look at you, how beautiful. You take care of yourself.
Oh, yes. Well, I was a yoga teacher for 20 years. I kind of stopped that in last year only because everything went online, and I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't gel with that. People were looking at me, and usually in a yoga class, everyone's quietly getting on with their own thing and not looking at me. But yeah, I really want to encourage women, particularly when they're starting and even when they've been in business for a long time, to reach out and help each other, because right when we're starting, things like social media and branding, as Lou said before, branding is such an important thing, so people remember who we are and what we do, and to be really clear about that message. I just think it's really important that we can get together and collaborate. I'll do something for you, you do something for me, and boost each other up, and that's what we do in Global Sisters. I've got a couple of Global Sisters ladies with me today, so that's what we do. We boost each other up and go, hey, you can do this. And that's really important.
Very good. So I really appreciate your presentation. And then myself, I'm very proud to interview you. And then I really encourage other women to be part of Global Sister and also find out on Facebook about Wyndham Festival. And sometime at Learning Center, you can go around Wyndham there, get some brochure and have a look. They're always amazing stuff, but we are online now. Tell me a little bit about online stuff. Did you have a difficulty for other people contact you?
Last year a lot of the events all the events went online, and I think that was a really, disruptive. It was disruptive, but people still soldiered on and they got on and did it. But this time there's going to be 55 curated events, and the majority of them, hopefully, if we keep this nice and clean here with COVID and that, vaccinations and all the good things, that we can get out and frolic again and meet face to face, because this is where the magic happens, isn't it?
Anyway. It's true. That's why we're here, and then everyone is sitting nice and quiet, and then we respect, and then we try to make and follow the law, and then. But we have to work. We have to move on. We have to do something. We have to encourage others so to be part of our life and feel like life can continue. Otherwise, I don't know, with COVID, we went through, but we're getting out soon.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of, within COVID, stories that the community has to offer. So, I'd certainly encourage anyone who has some stories, because it wasn't always an easy thing, was it? I mean, mums are doing homeschooling and everyone's working and playing at home and schools at home. I mean, I don't know. I was really pleased that I didn't have children at home anymore and having to learn how to homeschool. So there's lots of good stories that should come out. What happened to, in COVID?
Oh, I like Kinga stories. She
you had
talk,
a baby.
Yes, and then I've got a baby in COVID, so really, it was tough. And let me tell you a short testimony. I went to see a doctor. I said, I'm not feeling well. Maybe I've got COVID, or maybe I'm too old, and maybe I'm getting a menopause. I don't know what is going on. The doctor looked at me and said, no. Did you do a blood test to know all this? I don't know. Let me try. I said, I don't know, I'm not feeling well. I said, I don't think so. A COVID person can come and tell I got COVID. So then we test a quick one. He said, no, you're pregnant. I said, oh, no, I don't think so. This has been more than 10 years. I'm not sure. I said, yes, you are. It was a shock. Was a blessing, COVID, and I really enjoy. I got now my little son. His name is Daniel. Lucy, you want to say something?
No, that you need to promote your YouTube account, because these interviews are going to be in YouTube.
Yes.
Your account.
Yes. Yes, so please click and subscribe in YouTube, Wyndham Woman Magazine. So be part and like the page and share the story. It's very important. Let's make our Wyndham strong. Let's make our Wyndham safe, and let's enjoy. And then all the women, amazing women in the world, everywhere you are watching and listening our stories. be part and enjoy and share. Congratulations, Bettina.
Thank you very much.
You want to say
Wonderful.
something?
Just good on you for this initiative. I think it's amazing, and I think it would be great to have a sit around with some smart wisdom minds and work out how you can get more sponsorship and get more stories and become, a viable business. It's great.
Thank
Well
you.
done, you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
My storm